This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, this defense for the Rams, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Duggan now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
To throw is Duggan. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing, Duggan. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Duggan to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, and it's a second win here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
On 4th down, Dugan. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The drive starts with a run from Achane. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Again, it's Achane. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick verse there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll run for it with Achane. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. And the Rams at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
You talk about this Giant defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
We know it's only Week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
On 3rd down, Achane. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. They snap it to Fields. It's complete. This is Starks. Touchdown, LA! A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we got to really be ready on defense because these guys are going to put it on the end zone.
Do you think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Touchdown pass to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A give left side. Here's Achane. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down. Rolling to his right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off. It made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. How about this? They'll change it at the line. They'll go. Achane. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll run. Achane. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Achane is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Fields. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
Let's go. Alpha right here. Hey, Ken.
Now they'll empty out the backfield. Here we go on 4th down. Fields. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Second down and 8. Duggan looking to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Down going to look to throw this. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Play action. It's Fields. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 35. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Fighting through. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 55 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd down and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields out to his left. Cockrell holds it in left side. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Fields. Complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 8 yards out. And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He He'll return this from deep in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got it, complete to Fowler. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 39. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Duggan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Dugan. He finds his man, complete. It's McGee. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. They'll look to throw again. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Off the bootleg. Dugan. He'll buy some time right. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm the quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. And a terrific return as they finally do stop. Before he's inside the 15. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Running left, Achane. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll run it. Achane with it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Devon Achane. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week and hits pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. God bless you, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports strap?
Not at all, partner. That's a fantastic idea. Cheers. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
And he is caught. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll air one out deep from Mingo. And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
Operating from the gun, Dugan. This will be caught at about the 6. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before break. Dugan. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there as time expires in the first half. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Angel.
On play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And that ball popped free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And quickly, they get to the line. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Option handoff now to Achane. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
At the 47-yard line.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. To throw is Fields. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. The kick by Bass is good. For almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, tell all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the jump, he's got daylight. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
107 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Off play action, Fields. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Achane. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Fields now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Got an open man that time. They end up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Fields. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's McGee. Well, hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Now they'll change things up. To throw is Duggan. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Fighting, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Duggan to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Rams are going to have it here just past the 25. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 6. Now Fields going to move him around. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing, Duggan. He completes this one to Mingo. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Duggan looking to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Kramer. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Fields. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And they'll give this to Achane. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here's Achane. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's Fields. Throw caught by Achane. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now run by Achane. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one. Rolling to his right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Duggan now to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So the completion good for just 3, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Pick it up.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Duggan will look to throw this. Flushed out right. He's got his target. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. And now an audible here into something else. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And they take a knee. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Duggan able to get away. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. back to throw. Dugan. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end. But this one falls incomplete.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. A shotgun snap. Fields. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here we go.
Now, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Now Fields. He's going to take another shot here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Giants will take over here at their own 12-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Off the play fake. Dugan. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little